about 10 years after the Little Bighorn Battle. And he painted a painting like that. It was a 16.5-foot by 9.5-foot painting. Big, huge canvas called Custer's Last Fight. And, you know, it's got all the detail, all the characters, you know, everything. It's all there like that. And so, and what happened was in that period of time, like whenever you had those big canvases of, you know, historic events, you know, this is before newsreels, you know, before movies, before TV and all that, they would take the painting and they would put it in a wagon, and then they would take it and run it all over the country, you know, showing it to everybody, so that they could pay 2 bits, like that, and walk in and see it and feel like they had, you know, actually seen this historic event, right? So anyway, it's gone all over the country. It gets back to St. Louis, like, and there's a saloon owner there. There's the saloon next to the train station in St. Louis, and he buys the painting. He puts it up on his wall. It's a conversation piece. There it is, this big 16.5-foot by 10-foot painting on the wall, and it hangs up there for about 30 years or so. And then the saloon goes bankrupt. And one of their biggest, you know, debtors or creditors at that point in time was a small brewery by the name of Budweiser. And Augie Bush walks down, you know, from his little brewery like that, and walks in and says, "You owe me $10,000 for all the beer." And they said, "You know, we're bankrupt. We don't have any money." And he says, "Well, give me the painting off the wall." They give him the painting off the wall. He rolls it up under his arm, carries it back up to the brewery, rolls it out on a table there, and says, "We're going to make posters of this painting. And we're going to send them to every bar, every saloon, every restaurant in America. And by golly, by the time we're through with this, we're going to be a much bigger brewery than we are now." Well, it worked. At one point in time, they were sending out 2 million of those posters and prints a year. Okay? So, after World War I, okay, and they'd actually ship those posters, you know, off to all these servicemen in World War I, like it gets into the 30s, like that, and they finally decided, you know what, we've made enough off of this poster, like that, let's make a gift of it to the 7th Cavalry. So they did. The 7th Cavalry at that period in time was outfitted into Fort Bliss in Texas, like that, and so they sent the painting down, like that, and they put the painting on their commissary wall, and that's where it resided for years, until 1946, when the commissary burned to the ground and the painting was destroyed. Or was it? The next book is called The Next to Last Stand. It's Walt's first art heist book, and so something to look forward to. Thank you very much.